Good morning, children. So this session we are going to see some experiments, to prove particle and wave property of electrons. So in that, first we are going to see about the verification of wave character. So in this, actually two experiments we are going to see. One is the Davison and German experiment, and another one is the Thomson's experiment. First we can move to the Davison and German experiment, right? So this is the experimental setup of Davison and German. In 1927, Davison and German observed a beam of electrons from a heated tungsten filament is accelerated by using high voltage power supply. What do you mean by beam of electrons? Beam of electrons is nothing but parallel lines of electromagnetic radiation. Whereas accelerated means begin to move very quickly. Why particularly tungsten filament is used in this Davison and German experiment? The metal tungsten is used for the filaments in bulbs. It has high melting point, lowest vapor pressure and greatest tensile strength. What do you mean by tensile strength? Tensile strength means resistance of the material. For this purpose, tungsten filament is most commonly used for the filaments in bulbs. I told you no, beam of electrons is obtained from the heated tungsten filament. When this beam of electrons is allowed to fall on a single large crystals of nickel, it allowed, here I told you already, beam of electrons is obtained from the large single crystal of nickel. The electrons are scattered from the crystal in different directions. Scattered means what? Dispersed, spreads everywhere. Why nickel crystal is used in this Davison and German experiment? Because nickel is a hard silver white metal. Also, it forms cubic crystals. It forms cubic crystal. It is a highly malleable, ductile and also less corrosion in nature. That is, it can minimize the corrosion. Also, it can withstand very high heat. That's why nickel crystal is used in Davison and German experiment. Malleability means metals can be beaten into very thin sheets. This property is called the malleability. Whereas ductility means metals can be drawn into thin wires. So this tendency of the metal is called ductility. So nickel crystal has all these properties. That's what it is used in the Davison and German experiment. Here this is the experimental setup. Here low voltage power supply. This side low voltage power supply. Here high voltage power supply. Right? So this is the tungsten filament and this is the electron gun. So this electron gun is nothing but the tungsten filament. It is mainly used to emit electrons. When heated at a particular temperature. Right? That's what electron gun is used in Davison and German experiment. So next one, this is the electron detector. This electron detector was mounted on an orb. So this is an orb. So electron detector was mounted on an orb so that this detector, this is the electron detector. It was mounted on an orb so that it can rotate, and observe the electrons at different angles. That's what electron detector was used here, right? Electron detector was mainly, this is a circular scale. Electron detector was mounted on an arc so that it could be rotated, and observe the electrons at different angles. This is the circular scale and this is the nickel target. Okay. The diffraction, that is interference pattern of dark and bright bands are formed on the screen. Okay. Dark and bright bands are formed on the screen. This experiment clearly shows that electron has wave property, wave character. Electron behaves as a wave. Okay. So this Davison and Germer experiment demonstrated the wave nature of electrons. Also, it confirming the de Broglie hypothesis. What is mean by de Broglie hypothesis? This de Broglie hypothesis, it is used to define the wave nature of electrons. Okay, you will learn about this de Broglie hypothesis in detail in the next class, right? Okay, so the interference, that is the diffraction pattern of dark and bright bands are formed on the screen. That is why this experiment proves the wave nature of electron. Davison and Germer experiment was important because it concludes the wave nature of the electrons. Okay, so this point is very important. Davison and Germer experiment demonstrated the wave nature of electrons and also it proves the de Broglie hypothesis. What de Broglie hypothesis says? De Broglie hypothesis defines the wave nature of electrons. Okay, so from this Davison and Germer experiment we can clearly conclude that electrons behave as a wave or electrons act as a wave character. Okay, shall we move to the second one? Thomson's experiment. Okay, G.P. Thomson, son of J.J. Thomson in 1928 performed an experiment by using tin foil of gold in place of nickel crystal. But what we saw in the Davison and Germer experiment? In Davison and Germer experiment they used a nickel crystal. But in Thomson's experiment, Thomson used the thin foil of gold in place of nickel crystal. So this is the experimental setup of G.P. Thomson. Okay, so in 1928, G.P. Thomson observed a beam of electrons. Okay, and he used the thin foil of gold in place of nickel crystal. Okay, he observed that if the beam of electrons, okay, the beam of electrons, this I told you the thin foil of gold. If the beam of electrons is allowed to fall on the thin foil of gold, is received on the photographic plate, okay, which is placed perpendicular to the direction of the screen. So this experiment also proves the wave nature of the electron. Okay, so this is the experimental setup. This is radiant source of alpha particles. Yeah. This side beam of alpha particles are coming. Okay, this is the beam of alpha particles coming from this side. Here, this side, a very small number of alpha particles are significantly deflected. Deflected means diverted, distracted. Okay, so only large or only small number of alpha particles are deflected this side. Here, a few alpha particles are slightly deflected. Okay, this side C, few alpha particles. Okay, beam of alpha particles are coming this side. Here, small number of alpha particles are deflected. Few alpha particles are deflected this side, and most alpha particles pass through the foil. This is the thin gold of foil. Okay, so most alpha particles pass through the foil, and this is the luminescent screen. This is the luminescent screen to detect scattered alpha particles. Luminescent screen means it is the spontaneous emission of light by a substance. Okay, but it is not resulting from heat or cold. It can be caused by chemical reactions or electrical energy or stress on a crystal. Okay, so G.P. Thomson experiment also proves the wave nature of electrons. Okay, so Davison and Germer experiment as well as G.P. Thomson experiment, both the experiments confirms the wave nature of electrons. This is the concept of these two experiments. Okay, both the experiments concludes the wave nature of electrons. Understood? Shall we move to the next one? Yes. Now verification of the particle character. Okay. So particle character of electrons is determined by few experiments. Okay. What's the first one? When an electron strikes a zinc sulfide screen, a spot of light, that is scintillation, is produced. What do you mean by scintillation? Scintillation means spot of light. Okay. Scintillation means spot of light. When an electron strikes a zinc sulfide screen, spot of light, that is known as scintillation, is formed. Okay. Why zinc sulfide screen is used in this experiment? Zinc sulfide screen has a unique quality. Okay. Zinc sulfide screen has a unique quality. Whenever a light particle hits the screen, it glows for some time, okay, and leaves a mark. It is mainly used to determine the patterns. It is used to study the patterns. Okay, the incoming particles which hits the screen were nothing but electrons. You got it? So this experiment proves that electrons behave as a particle character. Okay, zinc sulfide screen experiment concludes the particle nature of the electron, right? Next, experiments such as that Millikan oil drop experiment. Okay, it is used for the determination of charge on electron, and also J.J. Thomson's experiments for the determination of ratio of charge to mass. These experiments also proves the particle character of the electron, right? You will learn about this Millikan's oil drop experiment, J.J. Thomson's experiment in your higher classes, right? So next one, the occurrence of black body radiation and photoelectric effect also concludes the particle character of the electron. What is meant by black body radiation? Black body radiation is nothing but an opaque object, okay, and also it emits the thermal radiation. A perfect black body is one that absorbs all the light source but does not reflect any, okay. And photoelectric effect is nothing but the emission of electrons when an electromagnetic radiation such as light hits a material. Okay, photoelectric effect is nothing but the emission of electrons when electromagnetic radiation such as light hits a material. Albert Einstein found the photoelectric effect, right children? Okay, so this session, these are two experiments, okay, for the verification of wave character. One is the Davison and Germer experiment. Second one is the Thomson's experiment. Okay. Second one, verification of the particle character. And then these are three. One is using zinc sulfide screen. Second one, Millikan's oil drop experiment, J.J. Thomson's experiment. Third one, occurrence of photoelectric effect and black body radiation. So these experiments, okay, that three, zinc sulfide screen, oil drop experiment, as well as photoelectric effect and black body radiation proves the particle character of the electron, whereas Davison and Germer experiment as well as Thomson's experiment proves the wave nature of the electron. Okay, these two experiments proves the wave nature of electron. This verification of particle character by using zinc sulfide screen, oil drop experiment, and also photoelectric effect, okay, and black body radiation shows the particle character of the electron. You got it, children? Okay, now take your book, take page number 9 and 10. 9 and 10, actually these experiments are given, okay, Davison and Germer experiment as well as Thomson's experiment. Also, verification of the particle character is given. These experiments you have to write one time and also you should draw the diagram. Okay, you should, along with the diagram, you should mention the experiments. Okay, so try to complete the assignment, children. Thank you.